I'm never going back to the weed man's house ever again. I get over there to his house, and he's like, "Hey man, are you gonna stay a little while?" I'm like, "No man, I kind of just got to touch and go. I don't have time." He's like, "You're always just leaving, like you're not the police, are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm not the police, man. I'm getting weed from you." He's like, "I know, but you could be undercover, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be trying to set me up." I was like, "I'm buying a gram. I'm getting a gram from you." And he's like, "All right, well, won't you stay and smoke one then?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't really like to do the blunts and stuff like that, man. I know you like to do the blunts. I'm not really into the blunts and stuff like that." He's like, "Oh, just come on, man. Just go ahead and smoke one with me." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to smoke the blunt, bro. I don't really want to smoke your spit. I mean, you're just going to lick all over it, and some drivers going to smoke your spit. Like, we're just going to smoke it, all the Rona around and stuff right now. I'm not into that." "Yeah, you ain't never smoked no blunt, man." I'm like, "Yeah, I used to smoke blunts with my friends all the time and stuff like that, but now that I think about it, that I'm an adult, I don't like to fucking do it, Carl." I'm like, "You ain't got none of them raw cones or anything like that?" Because I didn't think he'd actually have the raw cones, you know what I'm saying? Because he smokes blunts. This motherfucker pulls out the Excalibur of raw cones. It's 1.5 feet long. I'm like, "What the fuck are you going to do with that thing?" He's like, "Oh man, you're going to love this right here, man. It takes a whole 1/2 ounce. I'm like, "I'm buying a gram." He's like, "No, don't worry about it. I'll throw in with you." I'm like, "No wonder your shit's so expensive." So anyways, we breaking it all up. Takes like 9 hours to break all this shit up. I was like, "You ain't got no grinder, no scissors, nothing like that?" He's like, "No, I like to do it by hand, Starts putting it down in there. He's stepping on it, you know what I mean? Packing it all down in there. Finally, he lights it up, but he's like got a regular lighter. And he's like, "Hey man, you ain't got one of them torch lighters on you, do you?" I'm like, "A what?" He's like, "A torch lighter, I'm like, "No, Carl, I don't smoke crack on the regular, so I don't keep a torch lighter on me." And this other dude that was sitting to my left, I don't even know what the fuck his name was. He was like, "Yeah, I got one." And he pulls one out. Well, it don't work. So this dude's freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm like, "Well, hey man, I'm just going to head on out of here and stuff." He's like, "No, man, go ahead and stay for a little bit." Kind of making it, really uncomfortable for me. So I'm like, "All right, dude, I'll stay." So finally he gets like the plumbing torch or whatever it is, and he lights this thing up. We passed it around for like 1.5 hours or something like that, right? It came around so many times that I was like fake hitting it, like, and like blow it out, like wait till nobody see me, and hit it a bunch. I would hit it a bunch of times. So much that it like put this nasty film in my mouth. It tastes so gross. Fuck, this shit is gross. One dude was even like, "Hey man, you didn't even inhale that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did like 57,000 times before that. I can't inhale anymore." So we get past that or whatever, I'm about to die of cotton mouth, and I'm like, "I need something to drink." So he brings me a Coca-Cola and everything. We have ice cold Coca-Cola. We're conversating a little bit. Mainly it's just me talking to myself in my head, like, "You got this, bro. It's okay. It's not real life. There's only 2 people in here. There's only 2 people in here. I don't care how many voices you hear, there's only 2 people in here." So then he's like, "All right, man, well, you want to do a dab real quick before we get going?" "No, fuck no, I don't want to do no dab." He's like, "Come on, man, don't be a pussy, man. Come on, just do the dab." I'm like, "All right, shit, don't twist my arm. Let's just do it. Let's do it." So he breaks out the plumbing torch again. He's trying to light it up. And what he did is he catfished me. It's because he did the first dab. You see what I'm saying? He scooped him out just a little bit. I seen it with my fucking eyes. I seen it. He scooped just a little bit out. And when he hit it, it was easy peasy, no problem. He's like, "See, man, you don't even cough." I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's do that." So he scoops me out. This thing looks like a fucking caterpillar hanging off the edge of this thing. Drops it down in there. I'm like, start fucking dying, man. Like, I'm like dying. Like, the world's like caving in on me. I'm sweating. I want to lay on the floor. It's like, he's got shit on the floor. I don't even care. I got my shirt off. I'm laying on it. And this motherfucker talking about, "Hey, bro, I got to get going, man. I lost track of time. Like, we got to get the fuck out of here. Like, you gonna have to get the fuck out of here. You gotta go, man. I got to get out of here." I'm like, I'm not leaving. He's like, "Yeah, man, you got to leave the house. You can't stay at my house like this." I was like, I don't care. I'm not leaving." He pulls out a gun and he's like, "Yeah, you're leaving." I was like, "Fuck, I guess I'm leaving." So then I left there high, and I'm sitting over here in the middle of the wood. I don't even know where I'm at. Some neighborhood in a cul-de-sac. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'll never go back to that motherfucker's house again. Shit.